and stay woke, because this is the Ball Hog Sports Talk with your boy, B. Brown, ESQ, a.k.a. the Ball Hog, a.k.a. the Mouth of the South. This is the place where sports, business, and entertainment collide. And we're going to give it to you rough, rugged, and raw, so come get you a spoonful, like some grits with butter and salt. You know how we do it in the South, y'all. Make sure you do not get caught in your feelings. Strap on your seatbelt and enjoy the ride. Come on, let's go.
You know what it is. Let's go.
What it do?
Man, a whole bunch of nothing, man. I'm loving it, baby. But it's a lot of sports out there. So sports freestyle hot 16. This is a perfect time for it, baby.
Volume 12. We got to keep this count going.
12, man.
88.
We at the point now we could use Roman numerals. And it looked good.
Yeah, and maybe people had to figure it out. Go to the book or Google it. Yeah, like the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, be messing you up. Be like, okay, that's Super Bowl.
What does that mean?
What is that?
I don't know why. The one after the last one. That's what it is.
It's America. What we need Roman numerals for in America? We digress, man. So what's good, man? I think we a couple things happening this week. It's a little sad. We starting to turn the page now. College football's over. That gets to be sad. It's always like a little thing and. NFL football is starting to come to an end, and so there's no more Thursday night games. So now we can't do nothing. Watch Law and Order. That's it. That's all I got for tonight.
And they always got that on. So if you're a Law and Order fan, man never
before you were born.
Episodes.
Back since I'm not even gonna say nothing. So anyway, man, let's start the 16 minutes. See what we're gonna do, man.
Here I go. All right, boom.
Boom. First thing I got to talk about. Everybody's talking about. The whole world wants to know. 4 picks for James Harden. Is that too many picks?
Conventional wisdom would say yes, but hey, man, he's prolific as a scorer. No one has figured out how to stop him. I mean, they essentially officiate the game differently because of his step back, and it's a scoring man's game, right? That's what the NBA is now, and he is a scorer, dynamic, prolific, unstoppable scorer. So. I want to say yeah, but nah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's to be determined. I know it's the easy way out to respond to that, but if they win, which I think they will,
they gotta win.
Absolutely not. They gotta
win this year. They can't wait. You gave up 3 first-round picks, 3 swaps. That kind of sounds good. Sounds like you gave up 4 picks, or 4 first-round picks, and then 4 swaps. The swaps seem stupid to me because, I mean, I guess Houston thinks that they're eventually going to become better than the Nets, but they instantly become a rebuild team. So the chance that the Nets are going to have a worse pick that they can switch. So let's just call it 4 first rounders. But you got these disgruntled guys trying to make super teams. He comes in fat, doesn't want to do what he wants to do. You're giving up a lot, man. I think you could hold out if you're the Nets for a little bit less because he don't want to be there anyway. You know, he's not good. So you guys are going to get rid of him eventually. They can't cut him, but they're going to get rid of him eventually something.
Yeah, I think they wanted to get it while the getting was good. And because he is a bit overweight, it's probably going to make him a little more injury prone. So they wanted to get what they could while he was still putting up numbers. Because even as I don't want to body shame, I'll just call him a little more round. He's a little more round than we're accustomed to seeing.
Look like your uncle. They can still shoot at the barbecue.
Even in that shape. He is still, man, unstoppable. You can't stop him. When he wants to score, he's going to score. And that's what the NBA is. And that it used to be, can he rebound? Can he make teammates better? Is he a good defender? And all of those things come into play for everybody else outside that exclusive group of scorers. And James Harden, to me, is, if not at the top, right there. He's at the top in terms of unstoppable scorers.
Does that make Kyrie start to come back to work now that you have James Harden?
I think Kyrie is Kyrie, man. You know, it's like one of those things where he's
playing. I mean, is it worse now? I mean, was he? I never heard why he wasn't playing. Was he not playing because he wasn't the man? He thought KD was taking too much shine? Because now
there's been rumors. There's been rumors, and I think that's where when Kyrie has had his issues with the media, we never hear Kyrie's side, and when he does grace the media with his presence, it's a very Marshawn Lynch approach. I'm only here so I don't get fined. So, we don't know, but I think it all works out in the end because Kyrie can play with anybody. He's played with arguably the best player ever, and I think he made him better. If you see that Cleveland team, if you look at the big shots, Kyrie made a lot of them, especially in the championship game against Golden State. They don't beat Golden State without Kyrie. He made LeBron even better, and that was hard to do after LeBron came from playing in Miami, yet Kyrie did it. I like Kyrie on the floor. It's just the off-the-floor stuff you got to worry about.
Do you think they'll be able to pull together this year and be a contender, or do you think it's going to take a couple?
Oh, yeah, and they're coming out. Look, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I know when I heard the news, I instantly got scared as someone who had imagined and had hoped and envisioned that Miami would come out of the East again. The chances of that happening have been diminished quite significantly. They're coming out of the East, which is, I think, prime for the taking. I think they come out of the East and they make it to the championship.
I personally don't think it's going to work. I think just KD, the way he is, Kyrie and Harden, you got three diva attitude type guys. I think they're going to have some sort of an issue, some sort of a problem.
But KD, you wouldn't describe KD as a diva on the court, though, would you?
No, you're right, more off the court. But I would say KD, in some ways, the way KD plays will help because sometimes he disappears and lets other guys come up, and then he decides when he wants to pick and choose.
Right.
But the thing with Golden State is they let him choose when he wanted to be the man and decided to take over. And it's never your turn with James Harden. It's never your turn. It's still my turn.
Right.
It's still my turn. So I don't see it working. Although I do find it kind of funny that Harden and KD started off together.
And then they came back together.
And now they're coming back together.
And now we still together. I will say this, man, shameless plug, because you talked about James Harden, and I happen to be the host of the Ball Hog Sports Talk. And James Harden does seem like a ball hog. And it's I didn't tell everybody, it's your boy, B Brown ESQ, aka the Ball Hog, aka the Mouth of the South, aka Mr. Excessive Celebration, with my man, Big Flo. There it is. Shameless plug. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I look at that one. That's a TBD. So I think I still like the Lakers coming out. I still think the Lakers going to do it. I don't think the Clippers know what they're doing. I think that's going to be interesting. But we got a long season. It still doesn't seem right. Somebody tell me I feel like he's watching shoot-arounds still because the season shouldn't be on this quickly. But we'll see. We got.
They're trying to make that money back, man, from all of that TV revenue and ad revenue that they did not get last year. So they're trying to fill some gaps, man. That's all that is.
Bubble-free basketball, though. It's just interesting. Bubble-free basketball. I don't know how many people have been coming out with COVID. So I don't know. We'll see. So
yeah.
We're moving along. So big news: Urban Meyer to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And only one question comes to mind: why?
I think he's just trying to cement his legacy. If you turn on the TV and watch any college football, it's obvious that Nick Saban will go down as the best college football coach ever. And whether you like it or not, that undermines Urban Meyer's success because their errors are parallel to one another, right?
So come back to college. Why wouldn't he go back to college?
Where's the opportunity? I mean, I think Texas was probably calling him a lot, I would imagine, after they got rid of Tom Herman, but I wouldn't take the Texas job. I think you can get to the point of winning quicker in the NFL than you can in certain college programs. It's only, Ohio State, all right, you show up and you can win. University of Florida, you show up and you can win. He could come to Notre Dame, he would show up and win, but none of those jobs are vacant right now. So if he had an itch for coaching and is worrying about cementing his legacy, especially in what I will call the Nick Saban era, and the next best thing is
he's running. What you're telling me, he's running. He's running to the NFL because he can't mess with Nick. I would think. Why don't you think he could resurrect? And again, I'm glad he didn't. But I thought he would go resurrect USC. If you think about it, you got the Midwest is held down by Ohio State. We hate to admit it, but they are.
Yep.
South is held down by Bama, and then you've got the Southeast, which is on a little region from Clemson.
Right.
The West is prime for the taking. If he went to USC and created a buzz out there, it actually would be great for football because it would break up some of the stuff. But the way he recruits and everything, I just think college is his game. I don't really think guys, a lot of these college dudes translate I think you're going to be good on one side or the other, but it's very few that you're going to find that are good at both. What's his name did it at Seattle or whatever. He's done great at both. But really, I think that Urban, he's one of those guys, man.
Look, you even call it Urban Nick. That's what I'm saying, man. He got to do it, or his legacy messed up.
His name, yeah. Nick Saban is the Kleenex of college coaching.
Straight up, man. Give me a Nick. I'll say this, man, that I don't think Urban Meyer is a big city guy. Having, I don't know. I should have. Yeah, I'll say it. I played for Urban Meyer. He was my receiver coach for 4 years, so I know him very, very, very well. I don't see him being a big city guy. So USC being in LA, I don't know. I think he would have been better suited for an Oregon, right, than a USC in the sense that it's just a smaller.
How far is Gainesville from Jacksonville?
Gainesville from Jacksonville, probably not far. Not far.
Same part.
Gainesville is more center. Jacksonville's on the East Coast, a little further up. Not far, probably 2 hours.
I was thinking maybe there's a little chicken shack he liked to go to.
But
pizza spot.
But Jacksonville and Gainesville are two of those like smaller towns. It's not Miami, right? Yeah. I don't think he would ever take the Miami job, right? And I think USC, because it's in the heart of LA.
But Jacksonville is trash. They're trash.
They are. But
you rebuild a team like that? You think you can rebuild like that? It's not recruiting like you got to pick them and then you got to go pay them and do whatever. They're trash. He always won with more talent than everybody else. So the equivalent of having more of a salary cap than everybody else. He get to Florida, he got all the goons. He can take whoever. It doesn't matter. You can be a future murderer, rapist, doesn't matter. He doesn't matter.
It's only funny because it's true.
Ohio State do whatever the hell he want to do, take whoever he wants. But in the NFL, you got that thing called salary cap. So now it's an equal playing field. Everybody got the equal chance, except for the fact that Jacksonville keeps getting early picks. So, and then that's the next question: who do you pick? Is it a lock now? Does he pick Mr. Sunshine, or does he pick the dude that was at his last stop?
If you pick Justin Fields over Trevor Lawrence, you have essentially decided that you're going to take the Steve Spurrier route and try to turn, the Washington at that point Redskins into the Florida Gators, and you will not win. That means you're taking the Butch Davis route and trying to turn the Cleveland Browns into the Miami Hurricanes. You will not win. So it'll be an early indicator of whether or not he's going to succeed, because Justin Fields, while I like him, he had a great semifinal game. Justin Fields is no Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is a once in a lifetime type generational talent. And it's tough for me to say that because he whooped up on Notre Dame, our squad in the semifinal game.
Got beat down by
twice. Sorry. He whooped us twice. He beat us, in 2018 and in 2020 seasons. But respect to that dude, man. Hats off to him. I'm gonna say, man,
I like him, but the only thing I'm gonna say is when he got out there and he wasn't he didn't have the most talent at Clemson this year over Ohio State. Ohio State was a more talented team, although it's kind of weird to say that. Like, I feel like he didn't do well under pressure. He didn't look like great under pressure.
Man, look at the stats. So I was going back and forth with these Jets fans. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna take Justin Fields." And two things: it's easy to pick on Jets fans. I'm like, this is why y'all are every single year a terrible team. I was like, pay close attention to what's going on. This man is down 28 points. First of all, he still looks like the most athletic person out there. He's still standing in the pocket. They had a blitz when he was down 28 points. He knew he was going to take a big hit. He stepped up and threw the ball. I'm like, that's what the NFL personnel people are paying attention to, because chances are
you don't feel like Fields was doing the same exact thing.
He never was down.
They almost
that game. He was never down in that game. And he had a 200-yard
got crushed. What's going to happen to these guys early on?
I know, but he had a 200-yard rusher running behind him. That's what opened up the game. You look at all his 6 touchdowns, there was no one near him. His offensive line won that game. And I have no problems with acknowledging he had a great game. I was just trying to help out the Jets fans and put it in perspective. And I would say the same thing for Jacksonville. Let's not even play around with it, man. Pick Trevor Lawrence and you give Urban Meyer a chance to win. Yeah.
You can't get fired for picking Trevor Lawrence.
Cannot.
Unless Justin Fields comes out and looks like Mahomes. I like Justin Fields, though, to be honest. But the one thing I had to say, and it's hard, I've never seen an Ohio State quarterback do anything in the NFL ever. They always suck, and they're always fantastic in college. They always suck, though.
And you look at some of their stat lines, and they have similar stat lines to Justin Fields in their big games. But I think he only had 6 incompletions, and of those 6, I mean, even those were plays where there was really no pressure. He wasn't even remotely under pressure. And while the NFL has a few moments where you could just throw the ball and have all type of time, chances are, day in and day out, that's just not the situation you're going to be facing. You're going to have to throw the ball under duress. And I liked watching Trevor Lawrence in that game down 28 and seeing what he did under duress.
Well, let me ask you this question about Urban. He's never had a successful NFL quarterback except Alex Smith. And you could say Alex Smith I liked Alex Smith. I think that, obviously broke his leg, but I liked him. I thought he did pretty well before Cap took his stuff. I thought he was on the way up. Then he went to Kansas City, and he did pretty well there. And then, he kind of had some bad luck. Right. But really, Urban Meyer, for all the success, he's never had a successful NFL quarterback. Does he not know how to prepare an NFL quarterback? Is that beyond his grasp? He got great college quarterbacks. He's never had a college team that didn't have a great quarterback. I mean, I
can't put that on him, man, because development, I think, is within arm's length. So what they did in the NFL was not under his watch. Tim Tebow was not an NFL quarterback. We all knew that, and yet and still he won with the Tim Tebow. Alex Smith didn't play like an NFL quarterback until he had to be developed. So I think the Alex Smith experience is showing me that whoever he coaches has the ability to be developed. They all are coachable. And they all are tough. They all are winners. And there's something to be said about that. But that's not on him, right? Like the NFL coaches have to develop.
None of them.
They got to develop.
You can't, man. Look here, man. If you're going to go from the college game and tell me that you're going to go to a pro team that sucks and you're going to turn them around and become some sort of a contender, okay, what have I done? Like, what have you done that does so? Now, Nick Saban, I think, if he gets back to, if someone want to give him a pro job, you're like, well, shit, look at all the players he has that kill, that are coming forward doing this, in the NFL. So I guess from a quarterback standpoint, besides Tua and Hurt, which is still yet to be determined, has the Bama had a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that done something on the shape?
Absolutely not. No.
So maybe it's
you had what was his name, McCarron. You had a bunch of examples of it not really panning out. Man, look, the defenses are significantly more intricate on the NFL level, and so that's why I say I put that on the NFL coach not developing, not on Urban Meyer not having them ready.
All right, I mean, but again, bust after bust after bust. So we'll look at that. We'll wait and see. I don't know why he took the Jacksonville job. There's got to be something going on. He might have like a little side piece or something down there. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to dirt the man's name. You kind
of just did. I'm gonna tell you 2 words why he took the job. Nick Saban.
Saban.
All about legacy, man.
He took jobs to Dodge. I went to NFL to dodge Nick Saban in college. Think
about that, man. Like Urban Meyer,
I scared you into the league.
Urban Meyer, pound for pound, has one of the best track records of all college football coaches ever. And at the same time, we can easily forget about what he did on the college level because of 2 words: Nick Saban. His career is parallel to Nick Saban's in college football. It's the Michael Jordan effect. There's so many people that we don't even talk about who didn't win a ring in that era because they played at the same time with Michael Jordan.
Did he ever beat Nick Saban for a championship? Ohio State, did they win?
Did he ever? I don't think he ever beat Nick Saban.
Did they win a playoff championship, Ohio State?
I don't know if they played Bama. That's a great question. You can't. I don't
know if he's beat him. But I think about Nick is, Urban. You're right. You got all on my frontal lobe. Thing about Urban is he wins everywhere, man. He wins every school he's gone to. Utah, they were great. Matter of fact, didn't Utah beat Bama in a bowl game with him?
They beat a big team, Oklahoma, I think. They beat somebody. They beat a power.
Somebody who missed out on a championship. I don't know if it was Nick Saban was there yet.
They beat somebody in a big bowl game. And look, he won at Bowling Green State. He won everywhere he's gone.
He won everywhere. So he has the formula. He figured it out. So I think we can look at the crime reports later and graduation rate, all that type of stuff. We'll do different things.
But if he take Justin Fields, I will be the first person to say it ain't going to work. He got to take Trevor Lawrence.
We'll see. Okay. All right, we move on. This weekend, we've got some matchups, man. So who do you like, man? We got
technically we're done, but who cares? We make the rules here.
16 minutes according to who. So let's say, what do you think? Rams, Packers, who do you got?
I want to just say Packers because it's the easy thing. I saw a stat today that said that Aaron Rodgers threw for 48 touchdowns and his punter only punted 46 times. So I want to say Aaron Rodgers, but watching the Rams last week, that's a crazy stat, bro.
There's only one stat that was more sexy than that. When RG3 was in college, at one point he had more touchdown passes than incompletions. Like it was only like week 3 or 4, but that was like, oh my God, you have more touchdowns than incompletions. That's amazing. That stat has stuck with me for years. So I'm gonna go Packers on that. I got to go Packers.
I go Packers.
We don't even know if their quarterback, which one's going to play.
They've proven that it doesn't necessarily matter, but I'm still going Packers.
Okay, I'll go Packers with you.
Aaron Donald's a monster, bro. So Aaron Rodgers, get used to Aaron Donald and being able
to he'll touch you a few times.
Touch him. But Aaron Rodgers does have that Dan Marino thing. Like, man, I'm getting rid of this ball, bro. I ain't worried about what you're doing.
I just think the Packers. I think they're
Packers are bad.
They're the worst team in the world, but they're probably going to Super Bowl to me. Bucs Saints. Great game. Can't wait to see it.
Great game. Game of legends, man. I'm going Tom Brady, man. I think TB12 has something up his sleeve. I'm going Tom Brady. I'm going Bucs.
Man, I want to go against you, but I have to go Bucs too. I know your boy Sheldon's probably not gonna watch the show tomorrow when he sees this. Right. He's a boy Cheeky. What you call him? Cheeky Black?
Cheeky Black. Yeah.
Explain to me why you call him that, but
that's like a local rapper in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Okay. Whatever it is. So he's gonna be mad at us for that. All right, Bills, Ravens.
I'm going Ravens. I don't know if the Bills are ready for the big show, man. We shall see. Look, my man Josh Allen has proven me wrong every single week, but I figure if I keep betting against him, eventually I'll be right. I'm going Ravens. They're hot. I like the Ravens
too. He's a beast. Yeah. I'm going Bills on that. I gotta go Bills. We'll match up next week. What's going on? Chiefs, Browns.
You know who it is. Look, we've been waiting, man.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Waiting since 1992 to go win a playoff game. And what I want to tell America, let me look right in the camera, man. Listen, America, let me tell you something. All of them jokes y'all made about the Browns, you're going to eat them words. Yes, we're going to win this week. Yes, we're going to shut down Patrick Mahomes. Because Myles Garrett going to come off that doggone edge. And yes, we're going to advance to the AFC Championship. Yes, we're going to the Super Bowl. And I said it right here on the Ball Hall. Excuse me, not Ball Sports Talk. So it's Freudian slip.
Hold on a second. Let me give you some time. Let me give you a little time. Hold on.
Here, all right, so I can do Ball Hall Sports Talk with it.
Because I don't put my name on what you're about to say. So I got to take it up for there. I'm going to go ahead and separate. This is myself. In case
it's coming from the Ball Hall. You heard it here on the Sports Freestyle Hot 16. It's the Browns. Gonna shock the world.
All the way to the Super Bowl, huh? You spoken like that.
Super Bowl, whatever Roman numeral it is.
Whatever, Super Bowl 6, V, X, whatever you want to call it.
When you ain't never been to one, it don't matter.
Bill's going to beat the brakes off of these dudes this weekend.
You out your mind, man.
Diggs I had 3 touchdowns at least.
No, you talking about you went back to Buffalo. You talking about KC. You said Diggs. We talking about KC. You talking about Patrick Mahomes, but it don't. You talking about your guy.
Chiefs. I'm tripping.
No. You talking about little dude.
Beat down. What am I talking about? I'm tripping. The Chiefs and the Browns.
That's what
I should cut you. I'm gonna take your logo off there. Hold on a second. Yeah. I thought we were talking about the Bills and the Chiefs. They beat the hell out of these dudes.
Tyreek Hill was gonna get shut down. Here we go.
From who? Stop playing.
I think Denzel Ward's playing this week. We had COVID hit our defensive backfield last week.
I think your son is calling you, man. What's his name? Thatcher. Hey, Thatcher. I don't mean put his name out there like that, but Thatcher, he's downstairs cooking or something. I don't know. He got the oven on. It's an emergency.
Something going on.
Something that needs attention. Because right now you're crazy as hell. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
We got this, man. Let's go, Browns. Dog pound. Woo. Let's go.
Well, look, I can't wait. What we're gonna talk about tomorrow, man?
Tomorrow, man, good dose of, I'm gonna go with Kyrie. I want everybody to tune in, man. The Ball Hawk Sports Talk tomorrow. I'm gonna go at a different angle with this Kyrie story and whether or not he is tune in, man. It's gonna be interesting. I got a plot twist. And so yeah, man, we got a few things up our sleeves and then we're gonna rock and roll, man. You know how it is.
Check us out in the morning. I'll be back there in the morning helping out again. As long as they'll have me, I'll be the guest. This will be the little teaser. Come to have some shows in the future. I got some commitments from Ian Book to be on my show, so you can look forward to coming that in the upcoming. And hey, if you guys have some people you want to see us interview on the Big Flow show, let me know. Shoot me a line. So hey, please like, share, tag, add a friend, forward, email, text, tweet, whatever you want. This show.
You can fax it. We don't care.
You can fax this show to your friend, to your mom and them. All right. Carry your picture. Fold the show up and put it with your Christmas cards for next year. Let's do that. All right.
Sports Freestyle Hot 16.
We out. Easy.